nights, truths on the run. Buried secrets were the ones who came up for fun. Headstones in the graveyard where stories reside. We bring back headlines, no place to hide. Try to cover it, but we'll find no trace. Shadows and whispers, no escape from this place. Headstones and headlines, where the truth collides. We'll expose the lies, there's nowhere to hide. From the dirt to the grit, we'll make it clear. True crime uncovered, it's why we're here. The headline tells a tale of deceit. From the grave to the page, the truth reads. Cold cases, long leads, nothing gets by. We turn the stones, leave no questions why. You can run, but we're hot on the trail. Every secret's revealed, no matter how stale. Headstones and headlines, where the truth collides. We'll expose the lies, there's nowhere to hide. From the dirt to the grit, we'll make it clear. True crime uncovered, it's why we're here. In the dark of the night, we bring it to light. Every crime, every lie, every fight. No stone left unturned, no truth left unsaid. We write the headlines from the graves of the dead. Headstones and headlines, where the truth collides. We'll expose the lies, there's nowhere to hide. From the dirt to the grit, we'll make it clear. True crime uncovered, it's why we're here. Headstones and headlines, where the stories remain. We dig 'em up, we feel their pain. The truth is out, the case is closed, but our search for justice never slows.
Hi guys, how are you? Happy Sunday. I keep thinking today is Monday, and I don't know why, but I definitely don't want it to be Monday because that means I only have a week left of summer break. I cannot believe school is going to start a week from Tuesday. It is crazy. It is crazy. But thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate it. Let me take a look. It's been a pretty busy 24 hours. Definitely wasn't expecting Bullhorn Betty to actually be arrested. I guess she was baiting fate with her live stream. Well, live streams, the past several, saying, I don't care. They can arrest me. I don't care. They can arrest me. Well, seemed like she wasn't too happy in her mug shots. And yeah, so let's see. Cash was the first one here. Oh, that would be, I don't know if she would make it on Hallmark, maybe Lifetime, but Betty Bonds and Bars. That actually sounds like maybe something not for TV. We'll see. We'll see. And so Cash, you had also said who's writing to her in prison. And I had responded about SF Investigates had sent her a picture, and it's actually I have it up right here. Give me 1 second. We'll do this real quick. And I'm sorry about the tapping. I have this new setup for now because my old setup isn't available, I guess. And so I have to keep like tapping my mouse, and it's driving me nuts. I probably need a new one. So here was his post from this morning. Nobody deserves to be lonely in jail, so I sent Bullhorn Betty a photo. And we'll actually replay that. So it kind of shows, send a message. Oh, he had music. I didn't realize. So I actually also have this on my community page. I just took a screenshot. So it's the FAFO guy that talks about the graph. And the more you F around, the more likely you are going to find out. So that was interesting. I'm curious if she actually got it. Let's see. Oh, he did hit send message. Okay. So there we go. Hopefully it was delivered to her. She wasn't there very long because, as some of you may know, or some of you may not know, she was bonded out not long ago by allegedly TikTok Tony. So this was on her Facebook page, her group for Sebastian Rogers. And that was probably about 40 minutes ago that was posted when I screenshot. And it says, Betty is out and well. Much love to those that supported and prayed for her the last 24 hours. I mean, kudos to, I knew she would get bonded out. Her bond was $20,000, 10% deposit down, I guess you would say. And so it was allegedly Tony paid $2,087 to get Betty out. $2,078, which, I mean, I knew people would raise money for her. And then let me go to, because I'm kind of going through chat, but actually let me say hi first, then we'll talk about that. Tooth Fairy, thanks for being here. K Braze, and K Braze, I saw the comment about the music. That is all AMAC. That is all AMAC, but I still have to I have to edit it because the end is all wonky. Because she made the song, I put it onto the countdown, and I messed up. I agree, Cash. And I did want to, I had heard that another creator that I don't get along with very much, or at all, mentioned me today on a live saying that I thought that Betty getting arrested was icky. First of all, icky, I'm not in second grade. I would say disgusting, abhorrent, gross. I don't use the word icky. So that's first thing. Second of all, I never said it was icky that Betty got arrested. She deserved to be arrested. She was baiting. She was defiant. I've said she has ODD, which is oppositional defiance disorder. she will do exactly what you tell her not to do. So I really hope that those that are around her right now are telling her, don't go live, don't go live. Because guess what? She will go live because, in my opinion, and again, I am not a psychiatrist or a mental health professional, but in my experience, it appears she has oppositional defiance disorder. So just my opinion. And I wanted to just clear that because I still call Betty out. I have been calling Betty out. So for someone to say that I'm now supporting or feeling bad for Betty, that's not true. That's not true because she got what she deserved. And I think she deserves more than that. She deserved to stay in jail longer because her entire life, she has gotten away with being arrested or doing time. She has been bailed out by family members, bailed out by friends. And interestingly enough, and I don't remember where I heard this, and I apologize to the creator who was talking about it, but Betty went to Tennessee with her friend Karen, which Karen has always gone on trips with her. I remember them being outside the courthouse in Georgia for Leilani Simon. She's a friend of Betty's. What I didn't know is that Karen just had back surgery and probably shouldn't have been riding hundreds of miles away to Tennessee to help Betty. But she did. So, to each their own. But I would say recovering and recouping from surgery is way more important than Bullhorn Betty. Just my opinion. Hey, Grandma, how are you? Sinner, thanks for being here as always. Ava, she's also, I betcha she is, I mean, and I'm like way behind in chat. So I'm going to say hi to people as I see you. Hey, Maureen the Nida, I should say Nida. There's no R at the end. Maureen the Nida. And speaking of pronunciation, I've been listening to a lot of streams and they've been talking about the vigil for Sebastian. And this is not a knock at anyone, but why do people say visual? Like VIGUAL. There is no U in vigil. And I've heard it from many people say visual instead of vigil. So that's just, I say words wrong all the time too. But that one really irks me because there's no U in vigil. Hey, Mr. Tomato Head, thanks for being here. Remy, yes, right? And AMAC actually sent me the lyrics because I knew it was Headstones and Headlines. And I wanted it to sound like the song Fake It by Seether. So it's very close to Seether. It's really cool, really cool. Yep, I just need to fix it. Hey, Mind of Monsters. Nick from the local news posted on Facebook. She was arrested on a violation of the POs on her. I can't believe she's already out. Yes, and I did see, I was not very prepared. I had a bunch of screenshots that I was going to add, but let me go to Facebook real quick and I will pull up Nick Barris's post because I had all of these screenshots and I just got distracted. All right, let's see. And I always spell his name wrong. There he is. Okay. Okay, so 4 hours ago, this was about 4 hours ago. Let me add this. So 4 hours ago, Andrea Lynn Griffin, aka Bullhorn Betty, was arrested. Griffin is a YouTuber who has been very outspoken about the case of missing Sebastian Rogers. The 15-year-old will have been missing from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home 6 months tomorrow. Rogers' mother claims she has been harassed by Griffin and was granted an order of protection. And now, authorities in Sumner County tell me Griffin was arrested last night and booked on violation of order of protection / restraining order ×2. Indications are the arrest happened at a vigil for Sebastian in Clarksville, and that was legit. I'm not sure where the alleged violations happened. No other details released. I have reached out to both the Sumner County Sheriff's Office and Griffin's attorney for more details. More to come. And there she is in her second mugshot in 12 hours. Hey, Twist. I don't know. Somebody else had said maybe she might have a drunk stream tonight, but I don't know. I honestly, I feel like she shouldn't go live at all. Like that was the smart thing to do since the order of protections were granted. But again, she is defiant. She is oppositional. She's going to do what she wants. She thinks that, like many of you have said in chat, she's above the law. Well, she's not. I also believe that she wanted to be arrested, but she wanted to be arrested on her terms. And there wasn't a whole lot, and the thing that makes me, the one thing that I did say about Betty being arrested at the vigil, that took away from Sebastian, just like she's been taking away from him this entire time. So the fact that she did it, she was arrested there to take away from something that important to Mr. Rogers and other family or friends that may have been there, that's what I find gross. I don't find it gross that she was arrested. I find it gross that she was arrested knowing full well she could have been. And it's also alleged, I was watching Barbecue Lady on TikTok, and allegedly a woman who was at the event yesterday was recording, and they didn't want people recording for whatever reason. Long story short, Blowhard ended up calling law enforcement on this woman because she wouldn't leave or stop recording. When law enforcement arrived, turns out Betty was the one arrested, not this woman. And again, that is just alleged because I am not hearing it from or seeing it from the source. And wouldn't that be the sprinkles on the cake, right? Sprinkles on the ice cream. She's calling law enforcement because someone else is pissing her off, and she's the one who ends up leaving in handcuffs. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. Hey, Christina, how are you? Yes, I actually do agree. Let me see if I can find Christina's comment. Like I said, I'm like really far. Hey, Pookie, how's it going? Hey, Bree, how are you? Oh, there we go. Karma, no. It was the second woman, right? Yes. Wise and Betty are rarely used in a sentence. What did Bree say earlier? Oh, this is the comment I wanted, so I'm close to it. Once again, she's turned a tragedy into a money-making circus. I agree. People are making a lot of money talking about Betty, which, to each their own, she's made a lot of money on the backs of missing and murdered children. So, I mean, hey, Cage Dalton, love that name. I would wait to go live until I got back down to Florida if I was Betty. I don't know if she'll actually go back to Florida. I mean, her gathering of voices was scheduled for tomorrow morning. I think it was like 9 to 12-ish. And she was going to get cake. And speaking of cake, and if Barbecue Lady is listening, I hope you're okay with me sharing this because I thought it was really funny. Barbecue Lady has apparently ordered a cake for the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. in case Betty's not able to provide cake tomorrow. And the layout of the cake was funny because in the bottom corner there was a little piece with a BHB on it. So I wish I had gotten a screenshot because it was really funny. It was really funny and a pretty good idea because that way, you know, just in case Betty was still in jail, she would be able to have the cake that she had planned on bringing to the gathering. And then and I misspoke. I think in my last live about Betty, I thought her court date for Mr. Proudfoot was tomorrow as well. It's not. It's the 29th. I thought it was the 26th for some reason, but it's the 29th. So she's got a lot going on. And I was going to try, here it is. She went live while court was still in session. True, she did. Wise move is not usually the one she makes. Right. She always does the opposite of what she should do. Oh, that is true too, Mr. Tomato Head. And I believe she's the one who called the news. I totally think that she's the one who called because otherwise, how would they know who Bullhorn Betty is? Honestly. I mean, I remember when I first started covering Betty, she had said that she knew reporters in France. My brother-in-law was born in France. He is a Frenchman. So when she said that, because she's like, everybody knows me there. You know, I've been on French news, whatever. So I asked my brother-in-law, do you know Bullhorn Betty? And he was like, huh? So no, they don't know. Not everyone in France knows who she is. Yes, Mimi, she has been bonded out. And this was on her Facebook page about an hour ago now. So Twist, Nick Barris actually called her. Oh, he changed it. It said Blowhorn. It had said Blowhorn Betty, and a bunch of people were commenting like, it's not Blowhorn, it's Bullhorn. I just realized that he changed it. Yeah, he had it as Blowhorn, which I think is more fitting, honestly. I think that is more fitting. Yeah, grifting always goes on. Yeah, Remy, I tend to agree with you. She'd be better off hanging around until she has court, unless she wants to do this all over again. I mean, she doesn't have to be in court on Thursday. I mean, it's her right not to be there. But then also her stating, when we're going to watch her live stream from yesterday morning, her saying that and here's what I find interesting. So actually, let me go to, because it would make more sense. Let me go to the Facebook group. And I also posted this on my community page as well. Oh. Did they delete that post? Hold on. Hold, please. I don't see. Oh, wait, that's why I was in the wrong thing. Okay, so Betty has said that she has a lawyer. I don't believe that to be true, personally, because it's my opinion that any lawyer would either represent you in court. Well, let me scratch that. Any lawyer you hire would represent you in court during a court date. I also believe a lawyer in this situation where you're not supposed to say the names of said persons would tell you to shut the F up. Don't go live. Keep your mouth shut. And that's just my opinion. Okay. So it says, and again, this is Sonia, her super mod. I've spoken with Tony in the Real Me Too, which we all know as one of BHB's mods. Both in the Real Me Too, I believe, is her friend Karen, if I remember correctly. That is the friend that is with her in Tennessee. Both, along with a few others, witnessed BHB going out of her way to help in any capacity with Sebastian's vigil. And I don't doubt that. Betty probably was very helpful and probably very supportive. I don't doubt that. BHB has been instrumental in keeping Sebastian's name out in the public. That I do not agree with. BHB is a small sector. Most people don't know who Bullhorn Betty is. She has been a strong voice when his own mother hasn't. Again, and I'll just repeat, I don't want any parent bashing here for any parents. None of us know the truth of what happened. We all have opinions. We all have, what would've, could've, should've's. But this is what I don't agree with either. Betty has been a strong voice when his mother hasn't. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I want to say that. I'm going to hold my thought for a second. I have to decide if I want to say that or not. It is completely and utterly shameful of what is being said and done to silence BHB. Listen, Sonia, because I'm sure you're listening. BHB silenced herself because she doesn't know when the F to stop. I agree, Bernadette. She should have stayed her ass home. She should have stayed home. But I think she knew what was going to happen. She knew they were going to get her at one point. But then again, I've also heard that the warrants were not publicized. So Betty may not have even known there were warrants out for her. Again, all alleged. I don't know. Let's see. We as the coffee club community need to stand strong with BHB. We need to support her now more than ever. BHB retained an attorney August 8th. See receipt. Now, this is what's interesting. Betty she said she had hired a lawyer. She needed a lawyer. She got money for a lawyer, all different stories. And then it was either yesterday morning, or I think it was not yesterday morning. It was Friday night is when she started coming out with this August 8th date. I hired a lawyer August 8th. I hired a lawyer August 8th. Why did it take that long for her, this long? Because that's, almost 3 weeks? 3 weeks to say the date. And then now that she's been arrested, they decide to post the receipt, which is shady in itself. But we'll see that in a minute. And I have been given permission to share the receipt so we can assure the unassured that she legitimately has an attorney. And I have to say, if that is true, that this is her attorney, and he advised her, or she, because I believe it's a family firm, he or she. If he or she advised her not to go to court and to, quote, not worry about it, I would feel that's an issue. But I also don't see any lawyer telling a client that. Well, I could see them saying don't worry about it, but I don't see a lawyer not showing up to court when needed. So, and thinking about that, was this lawyer even for the protective orders? Was this lawyer for something else? We don't know what other issues Betty may have legally. So that's where, it could be a true receipt, but is it a receipt, excuse me, for the protective orders? I'm not so sure. Oh, really? Chapel Bell? Let me go over here. Go read the reviews on that attorney. Yes, he's known for this. Interesting. I did see someone else say, I don't know if it was an email or in one of the comments on my post to go read the reviews, but I didn't. Sorry. If she has a lawyer, I think it's definitely for this current situation. And it's hard to tell because she has said, she was going to hire a lawyer to sue the Proudfoots and Bowersox civilly. They were, stomping on her civil rights, her constitutional rights, blah, blah, same old, same old. I would think, I don't know. I just find this very convenient, very convenient. BHB has been issued a bond and can be bonded out at 2 p.m. Central Time. She is going to need help with the bond and the ongoing legal fees that are occurring of no fault of her own. Sonia. No fault of her own. This is all her fault. Again, not taking responsibility for her own actions. She caused all of this. If she had just shut her freaking mouth. But no. And it was after, I'm pretty sure it was after the protective orders were granted is when she did the thumbnail. No, it was the night before court because I remember seeing them and I was busy that night and I didn't have time to post it. And I also thought it was in poor taste to post it, but she had done the thumbnail with Mrs. Proudfoot with blood on her and Mr. Proudfoot with a shovel. Clearly, it's her fault, Sonia. It is her fault because she doesn't know when to shut up. You can't just go around stating as fact that parents of a missing child have done something to their son. I'll never understand it. Oh my gosh, really, 10? I only go every so often to check. Where's that comment? Oh, right here. I can't even read posts and comments in that group. One girl said BHB was her hero. She has a lot of supporters. And I knew she was going to get bonded out. I knew they would raise that money in no time, the 10%. We as the coffee community need to show them what they are doing is wrong, and we won't be silenced or stopped. I am asking all who can financially help, whether it be $5 or $1,000, please help so we can be able to get her released as soon as her bond allows. What happened to the dollar will do? What about dollar will do? Why does it have to be a minimum of 5? Oh yeah, Christina, I don't doubt she knew she was violating them because she's a bitch. She's going to do whatever she can to do exactly what she's not supposed to do. Yes, Grandma Sherry, I had seen that again, allegedly TikTok Tony paid $2,087 to bond Betty out. And whether that was his own money or a collective pool, I don't know. I just know that she's out. She's out. So they list all of her Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I also want to thank everyone that has reached out to me with love and concern for BHB. I know she will appreciate you all when I'm able to let her know. And so this retainer receipt, law office, August 8th, 2024, received from, and again, Betty thanked someone named Lisa in her chat. So according to Betty, this Lisa is who gave her the money to hire this law firm. Oh, what did Cash say? I see Sinner saying, be careful. Hey, good, yep. I'm going to disagree with you there. Queen definitely said Emmy. She definitely said Emmy and Cinny. And something about a lemon after she said Deets. And I have the clip. I can send it to you. But I just wanted to correct that because I never said it was icky. I don't use that word ever. I would say gross or disgusting. But thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you, commenting, because she mentioned Deets initially, and then Cappy said something, and that's when she mentioned Emmy and Cinny. So she did mention me and Sinner. And I can't speak for Sinner. I can only speak for myself. But I did not say it was icky. I've been calling Betty out for months. And I will continue to call Betty out as long as she does her fuckery. Chopper, good question. How long before she ends up back? Well, hopefully she'll see how serious it is. I don't think she will, but right, Ava, that is true too. She stated all of the quote hate channels were lying about the protection orders being granted. She didn't check for herself. I think she knew. She just didn't care. Or it was, oh, well, I didn't check, so I don't know. Kind of like the out of sight, out of mind. Well, I mean, I didn't look, so how would I know? Well, it's your responsibility. Well, in this case, it was your lawyer's responsibility to let you know what happened in court that they weren't at. Go figure. Right. BHB said nobody can tell her where she can go or what she can say. Well, in the real world, yes, they can. Yep, they sure can. They sure can. I mean, they told her to go to jail, and that's where she went. Hey, Sober Pug, how are you? Oh, Cash. Okay, you were warning Bridget about Sinner. Gotcha. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Oh, so going back, they have the sale, $2,575, blah, 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 credit card over the phone. Okay. And I mean, okay. And I think that was the first post she had on there. Because there was another one where I think she had it typed out. She had a different message. She had said there was 2 different posts with the lawyer receipt. There was 2 different. All right, so we're going to go to her live from yesterday morning. And I have not seen all of this because I was not available the whole time. Usually I screen record her stuff and I didn't. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm already sharing. Okay. B. Williams, I'm not sure if that's Tony's attorney. I actually thought when I first heard Betty had an attorney, there is an attorney on TikTok. I don't remember his name, but he was on panel with Tony a lot. And I actually ended up getting blocked. It was Kayla Ray, I think the TikToker was. it was Kayla Ray's channel, and then she had Tony on panel, this alleged lawyer who I made a comment, if you were a lawyer, you wouldn't be talking like that. I ended up getting blocked pretty quick. I don't remember his name. Somebody probably knows, but he says he's a lawyer. I don't think he is. And if he is, I would not want him as a lawyer representing me. He was disgusting. That's a good point, Wendy. She totally lives in her own paracosm. Everything else in the real world she is oblivious to until it is literally bites her in the butt. Yes. Oh, I never added Betty to this stream. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I think the 2,500 might have been just to retain them, like a first. I don't know. I've had a lawyer once, and I didn't. I mean, I live in a small town, and she grew up down the street from me, so I don't even know if I gave her a retainer. I mean, I have a lawyer on retainer now, but back then I didn't. So I'm not sure. But why not show it before? Cup and lip, that's a good point. She will record her post and not go live. She knows she will fail alive. I was thinking maybe she would go live on TikTok and then upload her TikTok. Because she's been doing that a lot lately. She's been going live on TikTok and then uploading it. Yeah, Mimi and Pink, I agree. Not much of a lawyer if they can't go to court for you. But again, maybe, I don't know the circumstances. Maybe I don't know. Delta. Thank you, Remy. I knew it was a D, but I didn't know I couldn't remember his actual name. Delta. Yeah, he was so gross. The way he was speaking, and of course I said, there's no way you're a lawyer talking like that. And he got all worked up, and then Kayla ended up blocking me. I was like, okay, whatever. All right, so this again is Betty's live from yesterday morning before her big, exciting afternoon. And I'm curious if she's ever had to spend a night in jail. She's gone to jail, like when she's been arrested in the past, but I don't know if she's ever had to spend the night in jail. Because I feel like she always gets out of it, or she doesn't ever have any consequences. Yeah, scared going live. I mean, maybe she's eating steak right now, I don't know. Oh, I know. The shirt is, speaking of the shirt, and again, more screenshots that I didn't get on my laptop, but in the Facebook group, in one of the comments, someone had commented, maybe it wasn't the Facebook group, maybe it was her live. Either way, someone had commented, love your shirt. And Sonia responded, yeah, it's for mothers like Leilani. I'm like, it's just so gross. All right. And we may not get through all of this because I've been talking a while. Oh no, is there no volume? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Why would this download with no volume?
Keep it.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go to. Sorry, Savage. We're gonna have to go to YouTube because it downloaded with no volume. Okay, so here it is.
After today's.
All right. Yeah, I believe it was from Quentin Simon Twist. But I mean, I think they still sell them. I think they still sell these shirts. Sonia does on her. I'm going to actually. While we're playing her, I'm going to. Look up her thing. So I'll just do it quick. All right, let me go over here.
Event, there's going to be some available. All the proceeds are going to Michaela's Mutt Motel, even after this event. So I did clarify all of that. Good morning, me and you. Who else was in here? Sort of Morta. Good morning, me and you. The real me too. It's nice to see you. So I'm absolutely in love, but I wanted, what is it? Sweat wicking? Is it sweat wicking? Yeah, I just got out of the shower and blow dried my hair for today.
I feel like I need to see comments. Will that be too small if I put comments up as well? Let's see if I can make it bigger. There we go.
I don't know why, because I have a funny feeling I'm going to be sweating my butt off.
Oh, somebody said she looked beautiful. So she said she, you know. Here's a hint, stop blow drying. It's going to, I mean, it's going to dry her hair out. Well, it's already dried out. I really wish she said she's waiting until the roots get down a little bit longer and then she's going to chop the blonde off, but she needs to just chop it off. I mean, her hair would be so much healthier.
To come back here before the event and probably freshen up a little bit. Bren, Ginger Girl, Karma's mom, it's nice to see you all. It's nice to see you. I hope everybody's doing well. So I did officially get a shirt, and I just wanted you guys to see it. I mean, it is good quality. It's the sweat wicking or the water wicking or whatever the wicking, the wicking. It's a wicking shirt, okay? I don't know about this.
A Wiccan? Are you a Wiccan, Betty? Are you a Wiccan? That Pop-Tart cat. Yes. Yes. I've had him for a long time. Yep.
Wicking thing. I don't know if it works. All I know is the material, and it's a good material. This is like, I don't know. It's really neat. Sublimation printing, maybe something like that. I don't know. Sonny might know, but isn't that so cool?
All right,
isn't that so cool? I love that photo. I love that photo of Sebastian.
So I actually thought the shirts were cute. Personally,
it's nice to see you. So
I would think if it's a missing child that you would have a more realistic photo of the child on the shirt. But I mean, I think it's a good design. It's a good design. I just feel like if, with a missing child, that having a realistic, real photo of them would be better, because then people are seeing the true child, not an animated character. Hey, Jenny, how are you? In the words of the wise and not cringeworthy, Jojo Siwa, oh my gosh, she's changed so much. Quote, karma's a bitch, but she should have known better, end quote. Oh, really, Nicole? They found out he's not a lawyer? Yeah, I was gonna say, and I'd love to see proof that he's not, because he did. He talked so trashy. So trashy.
So I'm absolutely in love, but I wanted, what is it, sweat wicking? Is it sweat wicking? Yeah, I just got out of the shower and blow dried my hair for today, and I don't know why, because I have a funny feeling I'm going to be sweating my butt off, and then I'll have to come back here before the event and probably freshen up a little bit. Bren, Ginger Girl, Karma's mom, it's nice to see you all. It's nice to see you. I hope everybody's doing well. So I did officially get a shirt, and I just wanted you guys to see it. I mean, it is good quality. It's the sweat wicking or the water wicking or whatever the wicking, the wicking. It's a wicking shirt, okay? I don't know.
Why did I rewind it by accident? Like, why is she saying the same thing over and over? Aw, Road Rash, you didn't need to do that, but thank you so much. BHB is just gross. She needs to back away from these cases. Leave the families and law enforcement alone. She's a grifter, not an advocate. I agree. I agree. Whoops.
Going to be starting, don't forget, 2 p.m. today. 2 p.m. Kickstands are up at 3. This is going to be an amazing event. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited that people are coming together for Sebastian. Obviously, we're here. We're supporting Seth Rogers. We're supporting all of the work that he's been doing. This is a benefit that's near and dear to his son. And he's I can tell you he's tired, right? Like we were all out yesterday. I got to see Seth for the first time since the last time I was here. I'm fine. But you guys are parents, right? And I think as parents, you guys know that this can't be fine, right? He's putting on a brave face, and he just wants to have a really good day for his son and honor.
And I don't doubt that that's what he wanted. He wanted a really good day for Sebastian, and to honor him, to advocate for this missing child. And sadly, Bullhorn Betty took away from that. Not completely, because based on what I saw after she left the premises, it was a very nice memorial. They had guest speakers, things like that. But to have to worry about this woman and her bull crap, like it's just unwarranted. And it is what it is, I guess, at this point. Yeah, Bernadette, I agree. I mean, she took away from it, and clearly they aren't mad at her because they're happy she was, bonded out. Yet at the same time, do you want this type of woman at the forefront of your missing child?
Or something that his son loved a lot, which was animals. So I'm really kind of excited about today. I got to meet some people yesterday. I didn't get back here. Everybody was reaching out to me. Are you okay? We didn't hear from you all day. It literally, we were running all day yesterday. I mean, literally all day. I can't express that from the time like I got situated and met up with Tony. I want to say around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. And from that point forward, we were on go until I think I got back here at 11 o'clock last night. Is that right? I think I got.
Oh, so she had been, that's right. Cause she had her driving rage stream the day before, which was Friday. So yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that she put in a lot of effort for this, but then she's the one who took away from it. Go figure.
Back here at 11 o'clock last night. And it was just so tiring. The night before was, I didn't get in until late. Oh, I will, Ginger Girl. I gave him a big hug yesterday when I saw him, we had a great dinner last night, got to meet a lot of people. So we were able to kind of get to, because we talk to people online, right? And we talk to people online quite a bit, but we never really have an opportunity to meet them, face to face. And, people, as you know, being online with me, you can have a person be one way, and when you meet them, it's like, holy smokes, or wow, they're nicer than I thought.
Oh, kind of like Betty, where she acts like a princess slash angel in public. I mean, not always, but I'm just referring back to the court TV interview that she did during the Idaho 4. She was, and actually, I'm going to try to find that because it was like it's like night and day. Night and day. Let me go. And I think the name of that video is Angels and Demons. That was from a while ago. Well, yeah, I mean, the Idaho 4, that's almost 2 years now, which is crazy. Let's see. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Jekyll and Hyde. Oops. It wasn't Angels and Demons. I'm thinking of that book. It was Jekyll and Hyde was the name of my video. This would work. There it is. There it is. Jekyll and Hyde. And I'm not going to show the whole video. I'll put the link in chat because I did use a filter that is pretty bad. I kind of wish I hadn't used that filter now, several years later. So this was from April 14th, 2023. And I will put the entire, or the link for the entire video in chat. I don't even know. I think this was a Snapchat filter back during this time.
See this person brought to justice.
Okay, so I'm sharing it. All right, so let me hit play.
It's them doing it. It's them doing it, and they're trying to convince their audience that it's us. The problem is we have receipts. Like, I have my phone log, right?
But we really just want to see this person brought to justice.
Chatham County. I bet you if you asked
Sorry about the
Gums,
filter, guys.
right, to show her the phone during that time, you would probably see 50 calls from Gums. And to think that somebody is, like, she is so proud not to have her teeth and to look nasty and dirty and not shower, so much so that Gums is up there smiling and acting like she is cool. Nobody likes her. That woman will never have a man in her life. She's disgusting inside and out. She is disgusting inside and out.
The message to the community is don't give up. You know, persevere. It does get better. The clouds will pass. Remember to stay vigilant. And remember that there are people out there that pray.
Lord, I need some.
Okay, so again, I wish I hadn't used this filter. But that's how I saw her. She was going between, demons and then being, soft-spoken angel when she was talking to Chanley Painter. I mean, it's talk about somebody being something they're not in public. It's this woman. Yeah, and she brought up the Gabby Petito case the other day and started talking about something with the backpack. And I was just thinking, oh, like the water bottle that you said you found and it wasn't. Bernadette, let me tell you, if she was coming to New York, I'm not far from Moreau. I would have gone up there and just, I don't know. I wouldn't have talked to her or confronted her, but I would definitely have found time to take a day trip out there. Oh, really? Yeah, that's right. She did. The parents have asked that their child not be named online anymore. BHB named her a few weeks ago. That's right. Because she was talking about her case. Again, she does what she wants. She doesn't do what people ask.
You just never know. But I got to tell you, the people that were around seem to really care about Sebastian. And
well, no
it's
kidding.
nice to see that they have.
I mean, here's the thing. If people didn't care, why would they go? I feel like that's kind of an obvious statement, Betty.
Seth's Seth's best interest at heart, which wasn't always the case previously. Let me just say hi to everybody that's come in. Who all do we have here?
Sinner, I wasn't gonna take a day trip to see Betty. But yes, a horrible idea. I would take a day trip to see the Adirondacks. But I listen when law enforcement says, do not come. I listen because they're trying to find a little girl. They don't need all of these gawkers. And I don't remember if Dolly ever came or JLR did or not. I feel like they did and they couldn't get through. Or they were going to come and then they decided not to because they had the perimeter blocked off. I don't remember. But thank goodness that, that little girl was found alive. Yeah, I agree. We don't like you, Betty. It's so gross. Oh, you were waiting your Trump rally? When was there a Trump rally? He was in Arizona. So he was in Arizona this past week, I thought. Shyster. I haven't heard that word in a while. Good word, Chapel Bell. Shyster.
I think I said hi to you, Kendra. But if I didn't, oh, Lulu's Nana. It's nice to see you, my love. I said hi to Bren. Who else do we have in here? Karma's mom. I think I might have said hi to you. Sonia, our beautiful Sonia, is up in the house. Lori, it's nice to see you. Phil, it's nice to see you as well. Monica's Place. Berta, that we have, not only is Michaela's Mutt Motel a rescue center for these animals, but she's also a veteran. And the Fallen Brewery, veteran owned. So, it's really giving back to the local community here. It's really helping the local community here. And I think the benefit is great. But as far as...
And speaking of local community, because again, it was helping an animal shelter, which I highly commend because there's a lot of animals without forever homes. But my question to Betty would be, why isn't she helping in her own community? Why does she, the other day she said, there's something going on in Tennessee. We have all these cases we're covering in Tennessee, all of these high profile cases. And I thought, I'm sure there are higher profile cases in your own community. There are probably other cases that you can cover closer to home. I mean, there have been, and she's been somewhere else. I don't know why she seems to always pick Tennessee as of late. I don't know why, but to say that we're covering, most of the cases we're covering are in Tennessee. Well, that's because you choose to. She still hasn't done an update on Taylor Casey, which for those of you who have been following Taylor's case, Mom did speak to News Nation again. So I'm planning on doing a case update live tomorrow, probably later in the evening because I have stuff to do. But there isn't necessarily an update in Taylor's case, but Mom did speak to News Nation again about Taylor, considering it has now been over 2 months since she was last seen in the Bahamas. So, yes, that will be tomorrow. But as I was saying, why doesn't she look at her own community? I just saw a clip yesterday in Sarasota County. I don't know exactly where, but they're still getting inundated with rainfall, which isn't helping the flooding that happened with Hurricane Debbie. So there are people literally miles from her who need help. But she would rather travel a half a day, more than half a day, to a different state. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I guess, well, now that I think about it, I guess she couldn't get as much money as she's trying to get because staying at home wouldn't require, you know, the money she claims to need to go to a different state.
Everything, like if you want to come out and enjoy, like $25. See, I didn't get the bracelet because I've already had a band, and I'm going to be there helping out. I'm most likely going to be helping cook today, so you guys get to see Sweaty Betty. Yay, right? And
Sweaty
anyways,
Betty.
long story short,
I bet she was sweating pretty bad when those police officers may have started asking her some questions. Because again, I would love to see how that all played out, especially if she was calling law enforcement on someone else and they ended up, you know, discovering who she was. I mean, I bet you she was definitely Sweaty Betty. Hey, little minx, what's going on? Sheba Mom, thanks for being here. Let me see if there's anybody else that I see. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I do appreciate it. Jen Sparky, love the name. Possibly, maybe local LE has had enough of her. That's true. Maybe she does. She needs to go elsewhere because her state knows who she is. I mean, she did threaten to burn a councilwoman's house down. So I'm guessing she doesn't have a lot of friends in that community. But yeah, grifting for out-of-state trips. I agree.
short is this is $25. You get this, you get a band, and I got to change my settings real quick.
Oh, right. She puts it on members only.
Sorry, I had my friend texting me. So anyways, you get this bracelet and 25 bucks.
But all of her lives have been on members only lately. And to me, that is a major grift. Because for people to be able to chat, they have to be a member. She's been doing the same thing on TikTok. But on TikTok, if you are not a subscriber to the channel, you cannot watch it either. So it's not like YouTube where you don't have to be a member to watch. On TikTok, when she puts it to subscribers only, you have to subscribe to watch it and chat. Oh no. I hope you're okay, little minx. I hope you're okay and that you get better soon. Being in the hospital is no bueno. No bueno.
Right? 25 bucks. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Like, this is a really good quality shirt. I mean, I don't know. Sonia would know.
And the thing is, who cares how much it is? If it's a charity event, if I'm going to a charity event and they're raising money through t-shirts, bracelets, etc., I don't care how much it is. I don't care. Because I know that the money that I give or spend is going to be used in a great way. So I don't know why she's so hung up on cost. Oh no, little minx. That's thrombosis, correct? Again, I'm not privy on all the health abbreviations, but that's thrombosis, correct?
Oh, I mean, she's the one that's got, she makes shirts like this, but I got to tell you, it's a good quality shirt. It's soft material.
I don't believe Sonia made these. And the reason I say that is there was more than one site selling these exact same shirts. I don't know which one was legitimate or not. And that's why if I was to buy a shirt, I would buy it at the event itself, because you don't know if these online vendors are honest. They could just be doing it for their own pockets. I would always buy things at the event itself. But I don't believe that Sonia made them. And I could be wrong. Oh my gosh, little minx. That is really scary. That is really scary. And I hope that they have it under control. Because that's really scary.
So soft, and it's sweat wicking. I think I'm saying it right. Am I saying it right? It doesn't say on here. It doesn't say on here. And it's fully color on the front. I love the picture on the front. Tell me you guys don't love it.
And I just thought of something because where's that comment? Someone said, oh, Bridget had said that shirt about the mom, can they use that in court against her? So I was just thinking, I think it was either this live or the live the night before. She started saying KPCP. She was abbreviating the names of the Proudfoots, but she was still saying Sebastian's name. So I thought, well, that's weird. Maybe someone told her, you probably should stop doing that. So again, to be passive aggressive, she puts that shirt on thinking it's going to be a dig to Mrs. Proudfoot. She is such a jerk. Such a jerk.
Put a 1 in your chat if you love that photo. That is the coolest thing ever. I think that is.
Oh,
I
good little
peek of that. I'm like, I love it. I absolutely love it. B. Betty, it's nice to see you. Good morning, guys. I believe there might be some media out there. I don't know if they're going to be streaming it live.
Okay, so this is where I don't think there was. Okay, so actually now I'm thinking, hold on, Betty, hold on. So Betty said, let me just rewind it and listen again.
Today at 2, but always checking to see if someone's streaming. I don't know if we'll be streaming the event live. I mean, I believe there might be some media out there.
So she says, I don't think we're going to be streaming the event live. She knew full well, in my opinion, that they were going to stream certain parts of this event. There were TikTokers who were streaming. They had like a schedule. And then she said, there might be some media out there. I don't know if there was any media. I do know there was a clip from one of the local news stations about the event, but I don't know if they actually covered the event. So, right, Chopper, she can't mention him, and she has been.
I don't know if they're going to be streaming it live.
And I'm pretty sure oh, maybe she didn't have him tagged in this one. Why is she tagging Dr. Phil? I brought that up the other day somewhere. Nancy Grace, like scary TikToks. This isn't even TikTok. What is this? XYZBCAFYP? Well, FYP I know is for your page. What the heck is XYZBCA? Like what? Hulu? Documentaries? Serial killers? So here, she's talking about an event for a missing child. And she has crime talk, murder mystery, murder, breaking news, complex, latest news. Again, all of this is not Netflix documentary. These are all her tags from TikTok, because TikTok, FY page, FYP, that's all TikTok. So she doesn't have his name, but she does say missing boy autism. This is so, it's ridiculous. Putting all these tags in your description is pretty pointless. It's not going to get you that many more views. That's why I only put mine in the title. Of course, still tagging all of these people. She is ridiculous. Clout chaser. Well, she is a clout chaser, that's for sure. Oh, she took She took some people off her list of ats. She took, because JLR was on there. I can't remember who else, but she's got a shorter list here. Why is she tagging lawyer you know? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. But at least she didn't have, well, and actually she has Sebastian's name in her title and her thumbnail.
But
yeah, tag stuffing.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be recording. I'll tell you that. I'm going to be recording the entire event. I'm not sure if I want to stream. It's a double-edged sword, because here's the reason why. Is this has been such a hot case that people are just, they just want to trash.
And let me just back it up a second. 8:53. Actually, I'll just go back.
I want to stream. It's a double-edged sword, because here's the reason why. Is this has been such a hot case.
The fact that she's calling it a hot case, that bothered. Exactly, Sinner. I mean, what? And I have not seen this. For those of you who are just joining, I have not watched this yet. And thank you. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't. I also have a TikTok. I haven't been posting on TikTok as much as I had hoped, but I do have a TikTok. But all of my TikToks are also posted on YouTube. It's a hot case. I wouldn't refer to a missing child case as hot. Like, I would consider it sad, scary, anxious filled, anxiety filled, but hot.
That people are just, they just want to trash and bash an innocent father.
So it's a hot case that people just want to trash and bash Mr. Rogers. Yeah, it's okay for her to bash Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot and Mr. and Mrs. Bowersox. I don't know that. Hey, Jackie, what's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for becoming a member. Welcome to the Stoners. Maybe Desiree, I don't know. I don't think she means high priority, because then she goes in to talk about bashing Mr. Rogers. So I don't know. I just think I don't even know what she means by it. I don't think it's a good way to describe a missing child case.
Why they think that's okay, I will never understand, but that's what they want to do. And I can't think of anything more vile, disgusting, and evil to take a child's benefit and listen to all these bad mouths.
And the irony in this live, because again, this live was from yesterday morning, about probably 8 hours before she was arrested. Maybe less, maybe more, give or take. So she's talking about evil, vile, disgusting. How evil, vile, and disgusting is she going to be when she finally goes live? And speaking of, if you haven't voted in the poll, be sure to do so, because my poll is when Bullhorn Betty will go live. And the choices are today, tomorrow, never. And I'm curious, let me just see. Okay, some people actually did say never. If she's smart, she would stop going live, but I don't think she's very smart. So
now saying cuss words, saying all this nonsense out of their mouth while people are coming together for a missing boy, a boy that's.
Now, here's the thing, and I hate to keep stopping it. I know we're not going to get very far in this, but she said some pretty vile, disgusting things too. She's called people skanks, whores. I don't even know what else. She said it all. Again, this is just projection in my.
It's been missing for almost 6 months. And I
Can't
can't
stop, won't
think of
stop.
anything worse or more evil than that. And, you know, you have to kind of figure out what's important in this world, right? And at the end of the day, making sure that this boy is honored in an honorable light.
I think let me just see what she said again.
Have to kind of figure out what's important in this world, right? And at the end of the day, making sure that this boy is honored.
Here's what I would change with that statement. She said, at the end of the day, making sure this boy is honored. I would have changed that to say, at the end of the day, making sure this boy is found is most important. Because honored, when you honor someone, I guess they could be alive or deceased. Yet when I think about what's most important in a missing child case is that they're found. Not that they're honored, that they're found. So that's how I would have changed that sentence.
In an honorable
right,
light.
Casual art.
Is really
Georgia. And nobody time her out. Just delete her comments if they're not appropriate. I mean, Georgia, you have to be a better troll. I'm just saying. When did she come in? I missed some of her comments. Oh, let me see. Georgia wants a little attention. Let's just give her a little attention. Excuse me. You say that BHB staying home would have kept her from jail? Ma'am has 2 A's and an apostrophe in the middle, ma'am. Either way, she would have been arrested. You should educate yourself. Well, Georgia, if she hadn't made a big stink of where she was, an hour away from Sumner County, she probably wouldn't have been arrested that quickly. But again, we'll never know. But maybe you should educate yourself with how to spell the word ma'am. Thanks for being here. Let me see what else she said. Staying home could save her life? No. She would have been picked up either way. Well, yeah, Remy, but at the same time, like, honored is memorial, but then I think honored, like, you could be honored for your service, right? So, you know, having 30 years as a police officer, 40 years as a firefighter, you know, you're honored in that way. I don't think honored was the right word. But then again, maybe it's just me. Cash, you're not blocked. Yeah, Molly calling out Betty, like Sinner said. I mean, Molly is just as bad as Betty is. I mean, she was there in Georgia. She was there in oh my gosh. What was the town that Summer Wells is from? I totally forgot. It totally slipped my mind. But Molly was there. Molly was there yelling, doing the same stuff that Betty's doing. Oh, okay, Sinner. That's all right. She'll be back. Oh, that's also a good point, Remy. You can't talk about educating while using internet shorthand like you are, instead of your, right? Hey, Love Louie, I like that name. That's true, too. If she hadn't called the cops on somebody else, they probably wouldn't have known she was there. Hey, Corinne, yes, she has been released. It is alleged that, well, actually, let me just show this. So this was posted around 4 Eastern time in Betty's Facebook group. Betty is out and well. Much love to those that supported and prayed for her the last 24 hours. So yes, and allegedly it was $2,087 to bail her out. Oh, thank you, Chapel Belt, Rogersville. Okay. That's true, Casual R. I missed that. She always does talk in the past tense. Wait, it says Betty's live? No way. I didn't get a notification. But I haven't been lately. I don't know why. Hey, Phoenix, how's it going? Dang. I wouldn't need a pool. No, she's not live. Somebody's. Oh, CQ on yours. Supposedly she's live on members only. I'll wait. Oh, but her video isn't showing up, so I wonder if it's members only. Well, if she's live, you should still be able to watch. You just can't, if it's on YouTube, you can watch, you just can't chat. Oh, it has the red thing by her name indicating that she's live. Sometimes I know sometimes creators put it in their like in the corner so that people know it was a live. I don't know why, but now when I search Bullhorn Betty, I have to scroll pretty far down in my feed. Yeah, she's not live.
The most important for this, you know, there's been so much shade from these animals on the streets of social media for no other good purpose than to hurt a 15-year-old boy. I mean, when you strip all the BS away, who are they really hurting? They're hurting a 15-year-old boy, and they're hurting the, finding that 15-year-old boy. That to me is evil. So you guys strip away the garbage, the lipstick on a pig, and just look at the pig, right? And that's what we're dealing with here. And so I'm iffy.
And so she just talked about people using vulgarity, bad words, profanity. Yet she's referring to people as pigs that even if you take the lipstick off, they're still a pig.
I mean, I'll do whatever.
Yeah, I saw Dolly live.
But to me, I just don't want that because, again, these people don't care about this child. The people that are going to be there care about this child, you know, and we want to make sure that this child is properly represented like he should be, right? Because there's a whole half of his family that doesn't, right? They don't care. They're not searching. They're not looking. They're actually lying. They're doing underhanded and unlawful stuff. And it doesn't give you that warm, fuzzy feeling, you know, for the other side of the family.
And again, this is called Sebastian Rescue Ride at 2 p.m. That's what the focus should be. But now she's already 10 minutes in talking about everything else.
So I don't want, they don't get that, you know, they don't get that. And so we'll see how this all goes. We'll see who's all there. And I'm not sure if there are going to be some people live streaming. I know there's multiple social media creators out here right now, specifically for this event. So will they be live streaming it? I'm unsure. But see, I've got, you know, I'm going to be helping out with the event as well. So it's going to be easier for me to be recording versus live streaming and having to entertain the masses. And also at these things, you can't really hear the person speaking because you're.
And just so that we can. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it does appear that Betty is live, but oh well. I'll watch it later. Back to this.
Or either too far back, just other things. So I'd rather get a good quality video with good quality audio if possible. Sometimes it's very difficult to do that. Who else do we have? My ASD won't let me touch the wicking fabric. Oh, it's so soft. Oh, the shirt is so soft. It really is. It really is.
She's so...
If you guys notice, I'm wearing my Quentin Simon shirt. Mommy, why wasn't I good enough?
Yeah, because you're a bitch. That's why. And she's so proud of it. She's so proud to wear this shirt. It's gross. And one thing I do want to say, if other creators are live, please don't announce it in chat. Thank you. Right, and I agree, CQ. Nothing, I'm not mad or anything. It was definitely my poll question. So actually, let me end the poll because I did verify that she is live. So I'm going to end the poll. And so today, 66% said today, 29% said yesterday, or I'm sorry, tomorrow. Oh my gosh, living in the past. Tomorrow, 29% and never 4%, and 354 votes. So
right, Mommy, why wasn't I good enough? Yes, I do bring shirts for the event because I think this applies quite a bit across the board with multiple.
And best believe girlfriend will become a member to take one for the team. Just saying.
Multiple cases that we cover, not just this one. And again, I'm really, really stoked. I'm really excited. I am very hopeful that this is going, I know this is going to be a successful event. We've got, this whole coordination. And I have to tell you, Seth Rogers and his team did.
And I'm curious how much money they were able to raise for the animal rescue, because that's also important. It was, a fundraising event for those puppies, and I'm just curious, how much they were able to help that organization. All right, CQ, you don't need to leave. You don't need to leave, CQ. Give me a second, sorry. And I appreciate you saying that, CQ, I appreciate you saying that Betty was live, because I didn't get a notification. And normally if I had, I would have maybe switched over.
Did a great job. They really put their heart and thought into this rescue ride for Sebastian's honor, and I can't think of anything that could at this point go wrong with this event. I think even if the stuff does go wrong, it's supposed to be right. Something doesn't work right. The speaker isn't coming on, right? So you're always going to have, little things that pop up that, can cause problems. But with all the people there, I think we're going to be in great shape. We really want to give, and don't forget, if you guys have an opportunity to send, letters of thank you to Michaela's Mutt Motel and the Fallen Brewery, these veteran-owned businesses that really came out and stood out, for this cause. And I can't be more proud of these two businesses. So if you ever have an opportunity or in the area to go to the Fallen Brewery, right? Go over there and support that veteran-owned business. Also, let's talk about some other ones. We got Michaela's Mutt Motel, right? You guys, I know a lot of people were asking about that. If you want the shirt, there is a way. I'll have to get the information, but we do have a way. I think you might have to pay. These are only $25, but I think you might have to pay a shipping cost. Okay, if you want them obviously mailed to you. But other people were asking me specifically, how can they donate to Michaela's Motel? And I think that there's a way to donate right there on their website, possibly. I won't know until later today, but you can always send your donations directly to Michaela's Motel if this is a cause.
And thank you, Siku. I appreciate that. But I hope you stay, because it's my show, and but I get it.
That's near and dear to your heart. We also have Jacob's Audibles. This is changing the play on autism. I don't know how many, I know we have a lot of parents that are in our chat that have autistic children. And this Jacob's Audible, changing the play on autism, might be very good. And of course, we have the Fallen Brewery, Clarksville, Tennessee, and Southern Spur, which is a vinyl and design company. I don't want to forget them, vinyl and design company. And of course, we are the whole thing is to bring awareness to Sebastian and to bring Sebastian home, but not just to bring Sebastian home, to bring Sebastian home safely. This artwork here was
all right. So we're going to just zoom a little bit.
I can't imagine that. The only thing I can, put myself in place of is, what would happen if something happened to my grandchild, right? Or something happened to Delilah, or something happened to my mom or my sisters. That you can kind of feel, because those are the things that you absolutely love the most. And if you woke up tomorrow, or say today, well, today's Saturday, but say yesterday when you got off work, your whole entire world changed and changed forever. That is something that I don't think many people understand or know how to handle or cope with, but it's got to be pretty rough. And then you're already having, you have your own.
Kenna, she does not have any kids, no. Love Louie, she's going to keep talking crap. And I did see the title of her live that she's currently has members only. And it's in response, in my opinion, to JLR's last live. So I think she thinks that doing members only, where it's only members allowed in, somehow will save her somehow. But she doesn't realize that even though you're blocked, you can still be gifted a membership if you subscribe. Delilah is her dog, is her puppy.
Things going on with you, and now you're trying to find your child, and you've got hyenas that don't care about your child. They only care about clicks and views. And so when you don't give them the time of day, they turn on you and start trashing you and causing talking about a misinformation. The people that claim misinformation the loudest are the ones that spread it the farthest, and it's just like.
All right. So again, with Betty's live, I'm just going to say this one last time. Betty is live, but it is members only. It is members only, meaning unless you are a member, you cannot see it. You cannot see it.
It's look over there, so you're not looking over here. Well, we spread all this misinformation. These mystery obsessed, it's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Samantha, thank you for becoming the newest member of this coffee club. Oh, crime stories. It's nice to see you, my love. Emma, it's great. It's great.
Corinne, it's alleged that it was Tony. That's what was being stated on TikTok.
If you guys haven't hit up Emma, go over there. She does some really great content. Not only that, but she's just a beautiful soul. She really tries. She works very hard in these cases. I can't tell you how many times Crime Stories Obsessed has sent me, she does a lot of map work. I love it. I absolutely love it. And there's been so many times she sent me stuff, not just on this case, but many cases where she'll just send me some stuff of work she's doing. There was one spot on the maps that she was concerned about, and we were able to get somebody to drive out there and look. And found out
So here's where she says, I don't have people do things for me. I don't ask people to do things for me. She just said that she had someone drive out to a location to do some investigating for her. Ashley, it was alleged that Tony is the one who paid her bail.
The stuff of work she's doing. There was one spot on the maps that she was concerned about, and we were able to get somebody to drive out there and look, and found out it was nothing. But talk about networking. I mean, if you don't know anything about crime stories of Seth, she's on the other side of the world. It's kind of, sort of, right? She's in a different country. And she found something that she was concerned about. And she was able to send it to me. I was able to reach out to some people in the audience, and they were able to go check it out personally and take video. Now talk about how neat is that, right? How neat is that? So if you guys haven't gone over to her and subbed her up, please consider going over there and subbing her up. We have to support the people that are here, that are doing the right thing, that are really working for these cases and for these victims, okay?
Which is not you, Betty. Which is not you. You're not really working for these cases or for the victims. You're working for yourself. Hey, Phoenix. Good to see you. Well, Lumpy, that is your opinion, and you are welcome to it. I disagree. I don't believe Betty was out there doing the Lord's work because, one, she hides behind religion, in my opinion. She's not a martyr because she hasn't died. And lastly, hopefully God does bless her because she's going to need it. And again, Lumpy, she didn't take a bullet for any team. She's not dead. She's not injured. She took a trip to jail for her own bad behavior. But thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Lumpy, I agree. She wants Sebastian to be found, but I also believe that Betty wants to find him deceased because in all of the cases that I have been around for, in Betty's case, she has wanted to find a body. That is what her goal is. She wants to find a body. And not one that's alive, one that's deceased. And maybe she will find him, but I don't think she hasn't found anybody yet. All she's done is found legal issues and I don't know. That's about it.
That's everybody's always asking me, what can we do? What can we do to help? That's what you guys can do to help. Support the good channels, right? Support the good channels in alarming numbers. That's how you can help. Ditch the drama and support the helpers, right? You get to wake up every day and decide whether you want to be part of team destruction or team build. And I'm part of team build. We like to build.
Team destruction or team build? Betty doesn't have a team. She destroyed her team. She was teamed up with MGL, JLR, Dolly, whoever else. Well, Olivia is kind of still around. I don't know. But that team was destroyed. She's not building anything. I don't see her as a good team builder anyways. Like when I think about, the first, like for us, the first day of school, we might do different activities. I don't see her being a good participant in those things.
Build people up, not destroy them. We're not out here. We're out here for specific purposes, and most of those specific purposes are for missing people and deceased people. There's a lot. And it's a never ending cycle. And we meet some of the best people in the world, but we also meet some of the worst people in the world, right? The kind of work that I personally do, there's a lot of evil in it. And when I say evil, I mean just that, pure evil. Okay? Pure evil. I have met more people doing this over the last 4 years of people that are
4 years now? Well, I guess it has been almost 4 years since she's had her channel.
wolf in sheep clothing. And that comes to creators as well. So we want to support the people. That's why I tell you guys, like Mr. and Mrs. E, Crimecast, go over there and support them. These are good-hearted people doing the right thing.
And speaking of Mr. E's Crimecast, Betty had said at one point that she had that channel take pictures for her. So the other day I was in their live stream and I asked them that question. And they said adamantly that they had not taken photos of anything or anyone for Betty. So, Betty, maybe you should stop lying. Maybe you should stop lying.
Crime Stories Obsessed, a good-hearted woman doing the right thing. Not only is she a helper here online, she's a first responder and a helper in her real life. So those are people that we love and we support. Such a lovely event for Sebastian. God bless Seth and everyone involved, praying for Sebastian every night. We all are. We all are.
And just another reminder for those of you who may just be coming in, I just ask that you not speak any ill will of the parents of Sebastian, grandparents, family, etc., any missing child. We all have our opinions and we are, it's our right to have them, but I just ask that we keep those speaking ill of the parents and family out of my chat.
We all are. Truly makes me cry thinking about it. Yeah. And the beautiful people. And I know we have a huge, huge motor.
Oh, Lumpy. Let me see this comment. And I agree, Lumpy. We need to spread love, not hate. I totally agree with you on that. I helped to bail Betty out. I am here to spread love, not hate. I think she's doing the Lord's work, which is why I donated $500. And more power to you. More power to you. I hope that it was well spent. I think Lumpy is probably just a troll, but that's okay.
Motorcycle family in this community. It's really,
hey, SoFlo.
it's really beautiful,
Thanks.
you know. And from what I hear is that a lot of the enthusiasts and stuff like that go to this. This is a good local hangout that people love to go to. And so I just think just by being there, there's going to be more awareness. And I got to tell you, the one thing that bikers, the people that I know, I mean, I'm not familiar, but I've been around a lot of bikers for many years. And the one thing that they cannot stand is somebody that hurts children, you know, somebody that absolutely, for whatever reason.
Well, you hurt children. You hurt children's cases. You don't necessarily hurt them directly in person, but you definitely hurt children. You think some children should be hurt or even euthanized for that matter.
Reason you gonna have some problems. That's all I'm saying, you know. The animals and children. Aw, there we go. Sorry, sometimes when things are filled with emojis, I've gotta accept them before they're accepted. I wouldn't know what to do or how to live. Most of us wouldn't, sort of, Morta. That's why this case is.
Okay, I think this is probably the last thing. We'll just watch a few more minutes because I'm almost at my 2 hours. But I think this is where she talks about how a missing, scratch that. This is where she talks about how the parents of a missing child should act.
Is so bizarre. And we see how cold and calculated one side of the family is. And it's just appalling and disgusting. And you know what? They really don't care how the world looks at them. They used to, right? They're trying to get their you can't fix this. You know, you can't fix this, and you can't fix that. Oh, thank you, Van Lady. 22 months. God bless you.
Oh,
God bless
Van
you.
Lady. She's
I love you
another
too.
one.
Thank you.
Van Lady's another one. During the Idaho 4, Van Lady, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same Van Lady, posted pictures of the alleged Idaho 4 crime scene. Talk about disgusting. Clickbait.
Oh, good morning, Love It. It's so funny, Love It. It was
No, Lumpy. Oh, shoot. I didn't want you guys to time them out. But that's okay. They weren't being, I mean, they're being annoying, but that's okay. Isn't the topic Betty? Yes, which, Lumpy, I know you can still hear me, even though you're timed out. Why aren't you watching Betty right now? Maybe you should have used some of that $500 to become a member so you could watch her live instead of being here with me. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
we were out to dinner and she's like, or maybe it was breakfast. And Karen's like, I asked Love It if she's coming. She goes, I said, do you think she's in this state? She's like, yeah. I'm like, she's not. She's like, oh, yeah, she's not here. She's quite a bit away. I don't know if she's going to be able to make it. Maybe you can. It's great, but don't feel bad if you can't. Don't feel bad if you can't. Hey, SRK, it's nice to see you, Samantha. Good morning to you. You're my sugar puss to my sour puss.
Oh boy.
Right. Righty, it's nice to see you. Is the sunshine? Oh God, it's gonna be so hot. I'm not gonna lie, it is going to be miserably hot today. That's why I said I'm not even putting makeup on. I mean, I'm like a hot mess express. My bags are showing. I'm exhausted. Like even yesterday, I don't stay up. And you got to understand, I'm an hour behind, so my time schedule has been moved. Like right now, it's like 10:30 where I live, but it's 9:30 where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm dealing with a lack of an hour, and I'm, we rolled until like 11 o'clock last night. 11 o'clock. Like I was exhausted. That's like midnight my time. I'm hardly up at midnight unless I'm just awake, or we're working. Like the team's working.
So the team is her mods, in my opinion, because what I've heard, she is very demanding of her mods. Very demanding. So her team is her mods, which I will say she has loyal mods. She has loyal mods. They've been with her a really long time. That's her team. Her team is her mods.
And I was teasing Seth because I was like, I said, I'm starting to feel some of this insomnia world. I said, I don't think I like it. And Me Too was like right there. And I can't remember what she said. She's like, I don't know. I'm up until like 2, 3. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I was telling him, I'm like, when we started this case, the whole team was up. Sometimes the team was up discussing this case at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Like we were.
And can you imagine? My mods don't even know when I'm going live half the time. I'm very bad at letting them know. I try. But can you imagine having to stay up discussing things with Betty until 3 or 4, 5 o'clock in the morning? That's ridiculous. Discussing the case for that much time. There wasn't even much to discuss. Crazy.
We're, good gracious, doing like 17, 18-hour days. It was insane just trying to get all the pieces, all the information and the maps, because everybody was out there searching and everybody was trying to do their part. And it's like the maps, that's a lot of work because there's so much area out there. You know what I'm saying? There's so much area. Prayers.
And having maps isn't going to do anything. So that's as far as we're going to get today because I'm almost at my 2 hours and I do want to look at chat for a little bit before I go, okay, so I'm like, I did see this comment before. Everyone blamed Elizabeth Smart's parents. There are 4 girls missing from my hometown from the 60s, late 70s. Stranger danger is a real thing. Yeah. I mean, and she's a perfect case. I mean, and she wasn't far from home. She wasn't far from home. All right, I did see those comments. Let's see. Lolly, I don't block people unless it's, really egregious. I'd be curious to know why you support her, though. I feel like you guys don't give a fair shake to those of us that support Betty. And again, I would just like to know why you support her, because I actually watched BHB. I wouldn't say I was a supporter, but I watched her for a couple of months because I didn't know who she was. And I thought it was cool that she was in Moscow, Idaho, covering the Idaho 4. I was like, whoa, right? Because I used to be in the dumpster diving, that side of YouTube. And then I happened to see a video on TikTok from Olivia about the Idaho 4. So I went to YouTube because I wanted to follow this case, because that's, my education is in criminal justice, criminology. And she was with Betty. So I actually watched Betty because I wanted to. And then I started seeing things that she was saying weren't true, because I'm naturally curious. So if someone says something, I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to look it up and see if it's true. And consistently, she was saying things that were not true. And then she said something about a Supreme Court case. I was interested in the Supreme Court case, so I went to look at it. She was completely wrong, saying it wasn't even about what she was claiming it was about. It was her interpretation was completely flawed, and that's when I got blocked. So, and then I I still watched her, but I didn't have my channel. And then House of Williams decided to make a really horrible comment about a little boy who wandered off from home. And that's when I started my channel. And I mostly clipped Betty because she was the one who said the most information that was not true. That was not true. Oh, and I see Saga, thanks for being here, also asked Lolly the same question. Yeah, and I agree. We don't, if you disagree with us, that's fine. If everyone agreed with everyone, life would be super boring. Super boring. It would just, there would be no action. It would just be the same old, same old. So again, if you're respectful, and I ask those of us who don't and here's the thing, someone had said to me, actually in my comments, it was somebody from Maine, Kay from Maine, Kay in Maine, something like that. She had said, you hate Betty. I don't hate Betty. I don't know Betty. I don't know her in real life. I don't know who she is. But what I don't like is her choices and her bad behavior. And more so, her spreading of misinformation. So I don't hate her. I hate her behavior. There's a difference. Just like with students, I like all my students. I don't like some of their behaviors. I agree, Lally. It is pretty cowardly to just block everyone that doesn't agree with you. And that's exactly what Betty does. That's exactly what Betty does. If you even ask her a question that she believes is attacking her or somehow belittling her, you will be blocked. And I can attest to that because I've had many, many accounts blocked. Not lately, but oh, and I saw your second part. I couldn't be more thrilled that she's now released from jail. And I mean, more power to you. See ya, Remy. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck. I know, my first day is a week from Tuesday. See ya, we don't like you, Betty. Thanks for being here. Lumpy wasn't blocked. Lumpy was timed out. Lumpy went to timeout for a little bit. The other Lumpy. They weren't blocked. And if they were, they will be unblocked after this live because I will go check. Oh, that's a really good point, Pookie, and a really sad one. If Betty had covered my daughter's case, she would have blamed me, and it was my mom that took her. That is a very good point. And something that is very sad because that's what she does. That's what she does. Really, we don't like you, Betty? She threatened to go real life with you. She went real life with me. Thankfully, I got to my administrators sooner than she did. So they knew she was coming. Yeah, she is. Grifting tragedy pimp. That is also true, sinner. She prays for harm to children and grandchildren of the YouTube quote enemies. And I heard something the other day on I don't know what channel again. I don't remember. And I don't remember Betty saying this. So I clearly missed it during the several days that I wasn't able to go live. But I heard that Betty said in regards to another creator that the creator's mom died to get away from their daughter. And it even pains me even to say that out loud. Like, how sick and twisted does someone have to be to say that someone would die to get away from their child? I think it was actually Jackie Snotty, now that I think about it. I think it was Jackie's channel I was listening to. And she had mentioned, or someone on her panel had mentioned that. Maybe it wasn't her. For some reason, Jackie's coming to mind. But if that's what you support, Lolly, then more power to you. Because I hope to the universe that she never tells you that one of your loved ones died to get away from you. I have to find where she said that, because I will clip it and I will put it all over. I don't use my Facebook for headstones, but I will. That is so vile. So vile. And it makes me really sad because here's a story. Oh my God. So in 2009, my grandma got really sick. And she was in congestive heart failure. And the doctor said, "Do you want to live?" Because they wanted her to sign a DNR. And she said, "I want to live." And I won't ever forget that, because people who are dying don't want to die. God. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but how fucking dare you, Betty? How fucking dare you? God forbid she has someone in her life pass away. God forbid. Because I don't think any of us want to die. Not really. And to say that is so fucking gross. So fucking gross. Anyways, let me get back to this. Lolly, that's great, but please don't say vile things about other creators in here. And just ignore Lolly. I'm gonna time you out because I'm sorry. You're going on and on. You need to go over to Betty. Go support her in her nasty, vile mouth. Hey KB, how are you? I agree, KB. I wouldn't say that to my worst enemy. Actually, I wouldn't even think about that. I would never even think about saying that. The worst thing I've said in my life, and I regret it to this day. I was in middle school, maybe 7th grade, 7th or 8th grade. And one of my friends, I knew she had been adopted. She said something to piss me off. And I said to her, at least I'm not adopted. I hate myself every day for saying that to her. Because now I know, I was a kid. I didn't know. But now I wish I had never said that. I hate myself every day for it. Oh, thank you, Love Louie. So it was Jackie. I was right. Okay. Sinner, I think you meant you shouldn't send Tragedy Pimps money. I think that might have been a typo. Okay, Nicole, I did hear that part where she said, I didn't hear the part about getting away. I do remember hearing something about, wishing this other person die young, which even that, like, who she is, I don't even know. I was going to say, who is she? She's fucking bitch, and she's worse than a bitch. She's freaking, talk about evil. That's evil. That's evil. I agree, Pookie. Just keeping their names out there is enough help. Just talking about their case, and I keep saying, with Taylor Casey, I need to do another live on her. There's just not much out there. But I think it's important too to go over what's already out there again, because there's some people who may not have heard of Taylor Casey, and I have the ability to help them. All right, Lumpy, you're gonna be freaking blocked. I don't even fucking care. Calling me a crybaby because of my grandmother? Fuck you. Fucking lolly. I was nice, but no. Don't even fucking say shit like that. Oh, somebody already must have removed them. Well, I removed them twice. So I know that BHB triggers me and brings out the anger in me. I don't want to say I hate her, but I've come close. Hate is a really strong word. And I definitely hate the things she does and says. Absolutely. Oh, is Phoenix back? I must have missed her comment. Oh, I did. I missed a whole bunch of comments. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. And then we'll wrap up. Aw, Saga, God bless you. I'm an emergency foster placement. No one is begging for money from strangers. Yeah, that is true. No one is begging here. I would love for all of you to go to your local animal shelter or rescue and do what you can, because there are too many animals without homes. And there's so many outside my house that I can't help them all at the same time. And unfortunately, our rescue is always full. We're really small. Okay, where are the comments oh, here. Yeah, the troll crawled out of their hole. Well, they're back in their hole now. They can kick rocks for all I care. Speaking of kicking rocks, for those of you still here, one last question. Have you ever heard Betty say kick rocks? I heard her say something about kicking rocks the other day, and I was like, there could be other creators, but of the creators I listen to or have listened to, I'm the only one that I've heard say kick rocks. They can go kick rocks. It was bizarre to me when she said something about kicking rocks. Yeah, good point, Saga. We know why Lumpy likes Betty now, because they're just as freaking gross. Thanks, Corinne, for being here. I know. I ended up kicking them out, but they had already been kicked out. All right, I think I'm caught up on... Meredith, I agree. It is. It's evil. They must be born without a heart. Or they're just... I mean, that's the definition of a sociopath. They have no empathy. No empathy. That's a good thing. Replace the word hate with loathe. I agree. We are trying to get them homes. And I think I said it on my live yesterday, but one of the foster kittens I have, they were so shy. I've had them since the end of April. And Aura finally jumped on me and sat on me the other day. I'm like, oh, Aura, you're going to make someone such a great kitty one day. Eichel is getting there. And mommy cat wants nothing to do with me. She's going to end up going to a barn because I don't think she's going to be able to be socialized, unfortunately. Oh, really, Casual? That's good. I have so many strays outside my house. Hey, Jen Sparky, thanks for being here. Dwayne Johnson. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot of people say see you on, like, a lot of people say catch you on the flip side. I always say see you on the flip side. And then I heard Betty say that, so she could have taken that. I know a few creators say catch you on the flip side, see you on the flip side, but kick rocks and kick this popsicle stand. If Betty starts saying kick this popsicle stand or kick this burrito stand, you know she got it from me, because I don't think anyone has said kick this popsicle stand. I say that every so often. Oh, right. And Bernadette, isn't Leilani's trial starting soon? I feel like it's starting... I don't know why I have October in my head. But yeah, she's not covering any of the cases she used to cover. And it's sad, because with her platform, she could advocate and get the word out about so many things. So many things. Yeah, she's a douche. She's a douche canoe. Forget about the bag. She's a whole canoe. All right. Well, thanks, Bridget, for being here. I'm going to wrap this up too, because I am a little bit over my 2 hours, but I always like to read comments at the end, because I try to look at them as I'm going, as my live is going, but it's hard sometimes to catch them all. So if you haven't liked this live, please do so. If you haven't subbed, I would love if you do. it's been fun for sure. I am going to try to get my hands on that live Betty was doing during mine. I'm sure someone's got it out there. And if not, I'll just take one for the team. And because if it's members only, there's something spicy in it. All right, everyone. I, again, appreciate you all being here. And I am planning on going live tomorrow with updates and other cases that I haven't been able to talk about. I feel like Betty's probably going to be not as often, considering everything will probably be members only at this point. Because, again, got to grift that money. It's all about the grift. All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm like totally distracted. I'm trying to find my closing. So, Gigi, you are late. I'm just ending, but you can always catch the replay. So, I know, $3.99 it is. It's like, I'll just see if somebody has it that they can share it with me. I'm sure someone is screen recording it. Bridget, good for you with the rescues. That's so great. And so again, everybody, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. And until next time, I will see you all on the flip side.
I got the juice like a snow cone. Ice in my veins and a cold flow. I'm getting cash overseas by the boatload. You wanna ride my wave? That's a no-go. Senoritas going loco. Make it bounce like a pogo. All my haters see rojo. They big mad cause they coming up short like Frodo. Activate the beast mode. I keep it hot, give your brain a heat stroke. You ain't a big shot, you some basic B-roll. The world is mine like my name's Pacino. Hey, it's Nico, I guess I'm back. Catch me in the fast lane on the right track. And my shorty is a 10 like a dime bag. Got me feeling like a milli, check the price tag. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, ain't no time for pit stop. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, it's my style. No time for daydreams. All my brothers get money, we call it gang green. Just another day, but our focus still on the same thing. Us against everyone else, I recommend you change teams. Who the hottest in the city? We the top two. You said your music was litty, but that is not true. Just being honest, you should really just stop, fool. Matter of fact, empty no pockets, give me that watch too. My mind is wicked, that's why I spit it so hostile. Freaky girls in the crib, it's like I live in a brothel. All I spit is Leviticus, but I'm not an apostle. My nuts hang low, long and they colossal. Black trader black, she messiah to the misfits. Run circles, run these rappers to my shit splits. You a little late to the party, baby, I been lit. If you ain't on the friend list, you better mind your business. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, ain't no time for pit stop. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, it's my style.